your show, your town. Good Day, Philadelphia. Tomorrow morning on Fox Philadelphia. And now, Philadelphia's only primetime news hour, honored by the Associated Press as the best newscast in Pennsylvania, the Fox 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rich Noonan.
And I'm Jill Chernikoff. Here's what's happening tonight. It's been a long wait.
You can see the roads are, well, they're being salted quite well, and the cars are kind of zooming by. Everybody seems to be moving around A-OK. And as Nick said, it does feel like it's getting a little warmer, and this snowy stuff is kind of turning to sleety kind of rain. But we'll be having shots throughout the news, and you'll see for yourself. Reporting live from Terrytown, I'm Penny Crone, Fox News. Now back to you, John.
All right, thanks, Penny. All right, now to
mess along the Mississippi River Valley eastward. Now let's see what's going to be going in the few days. Northeast all the way down into the Gulf Coast states, and some more coming onshore in the Pacific Northwest. Now let's focus. We see lots of rain and snow raining across much of eastern Pennsylvania, snow in central Pennsylvania. New York City seeing rain right now, but now snowing at Boston. And now we travel across to the channel.
The Arkansas area, the cold air is pouring south to Texas. Your temperatures in Dallas have tumbled from near 70 this afternoon down into the 20s. This is what we call the blue norther, and you know it is hit when those winds shift around to the north, and the temperatures, you can almost literally watch the mercury drop on the thermometer, or the alcohol, as the case may be. Now, we've got the warm, moist air being forced up and over the cold air. This is what we call overrunning. We actually have two cold air masses here. This is the new cold air mass. The preceding one is holding its ground, slowly exiting off the northeast coast. But there is enough chill in the air to produce the snowfall, but it's already changing over to rain in New York City and Philadelphia, so you're going to be spared this one, at least this one. There may be some problems later on in the week. Notice the nosedive of cold air into Texas. East Coast, the warm air is surging northward, and it's that warm up and those winds off the Atlantic and coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, which is taking care of the snow potential in Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City tonight. But it's plenty cold in the plains, wind chills in some spots 45 below zero. It's now 9 below for those of you in the Twin Cities, down to 48 in San Antonio. But look at this, up to 37 at LaGuardia, New York. You've changed from some snow to rain. You had a brief period of snow there. It's still snowing just outside of town, just north of the city in White Plains, but temperatures there have gone from 28 up to 30, and snow just underway at Logan and Boston at 28 degrees. This primarily is all rain. On the tail end, you may get a brief period of sleet and snow as it ends, but the cold air will move in as the moisture moves out, and that will save you from a real problem on the roadways in Cincinnati back towards Evansville. The snow is over within St. Louis and Chicago. It's just going to be plenty cold tomorrow with a real icy wind chill. Now in the Northeast, where problems continue, all the way from Williamsport into the Poconos, then up through the Catskills. Again, New York City, you've gone over to rainfall, so you're out of the woods on this one. But as you go up I-95 towards Providence and Boston, this is snow. But the interior, you'll see that snow changing over to rain later. Along the coast, it will happen sooner. But if you're going up the thruway towards Albany, up anywhere into northern New England, back in
8 degrees, which makes it the warmest time of the day so far, and the temperature continues to rise, and that's good news in the Philadelphia area. Let's check out the Almanac page. So far today, actually now up to 38 degrees. We'll have to change that for you. Low 24, normal high 38 over 22, record 67 back in 1916, record low 3 degrees, sunrise 7:13, sunset at about 5:15. Right now, Philadelphia International 38, humidity 82%, barometers falling, winds out of the southeast, a mild Atlantic breeze, and that's why we're above freezing, and the wind chill, well, it's dealable at this hour at 30 degrees. Now, you may be wondering why we are getting so much rain versus snow. Well, it all depends on the water temperature and the storm track. Last winter, We had the storms move down off the Atlantic coast, North Carolina area, and they brought in a cold breeze out of the northeast, and the water temperature was 32, so most of the time we got snow. This year, however, it's a different story. Our storm track has been to the west of us, and that opens up the Gulf of Mexico when it's been mild and wet, like we have tonight in Philadelphia. And the water temperature, because we had such a warm December, has remained at around 36 to 40. So that's the difference. The warmer air continues to move in. And even tonight, that's the same story. 37 in Wilmington, 41 in Dover, Atlantic City 42. You already see that warm air started to move in off the ocean once again. Now we draw the rain-snow line through Trenton at 32, up to Allentown, and then pretty much north of there. Reading, you had snow earlier, Harrisburg snow earlier. Now it's changed over because it's above freezing at 34. Newark also showing some rain. So this line continues to move northward as far as the rain and snow. And I think for the most part in the Philadelphia area, if you have snow in your yard right now or on the sidewalk, it will be gone by the morning because we're going to pick up about a quarter to a half inch of rain overnight tonight. So there's the clouds. They'll continue to pile in here overnight tonight and tomorrow. Rain at this hour. Well, the heaviest rain is off to our southwest, and this is going to come in during the early morning hours heading into work. So it'll be messy around here, but it won't be icy, and that's the difference. So we still deal with some precipitation right now. And again, mainly Lehigh Valley northward, as we take a closer look in, is showing some mixed precip. Now, this line is a little deceiving because actually it should be a little bit further north now as this rain-snow line continues to move away from Philadelphia south and east. So we're in good shape. Poconos due to pick up about 4 inches before it changes over to some rain, so there'll be some better ski conditions there once we get into Wednesday. So here's how it shapes up overnight tonight. Again, liquid, not frozen. Warm front getting on out of here and bringing the warm air in. So we continue with some rain overnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, you head into work, look what you're dealing with. A messy commute to work with more rain, maybe heavy at times in a few spots. And then by the afternoon, some colder weather moves in. We clear out. And it looks like temperatures will start to drop off later in the day or into the evening hour. Tomorrow night, actually getting to around 19 degrees in Philadelphia. Next storm on Thursday, a different scenario. Look at this one. Off the coast this time, track number 1, we'll take it north. And if it gets close enough, look at this, maybe 4 to 8. Again, if it gets close enough. Otherwise, we think it's going to take this track and go out to sea. 2 to 5 inches, South Jersey, Millville, Vineland, down to Atlantic City. But again, this is still questionable, but it will be all snow this time and away from Philadelphia. That's the one we're leaning at. We'll have a better idea tomorrow. So here's the forecast. Overnight tonight, rain, breezy, mixed north and west at about 35 degrees to 40. Tomorrow, rain in the morning, ends around lunchtime, sun late day 42. Tomorrow night, we chill down to 19 in Philadelphia, maybe 13 out in the suburbs. Poconos, little snow, little rain mixture, sure looking good in the 40s. And there's your extended forecast. There's that flake on Thursday. Still a question mark on that storm, but this time, if it does occur, it will be all snow. Friday, we clear out, and look at Saturday, 27 and dry conditions as we go.
Here's a storm now in the lower Mississippi Valley, the big high, lots of isobars here, lines of equal-barometric pressure. So the wind is howling here out of the north all the way into Texas. So the wind chills are very, very cold, already below 0 in Kansas City. The wind chill in Dallas is right around 0 right now, not a few degrees below. Then we have the cold air receding in the northeast, but it will hang pretty tight, so those of you away from the coast will have a prolonged period of snow or snow going over to sleet and freezing rain. For instance, Albany, Burlington, Manchester, well north and west of Boston. Cold air kind of damming up east of the Appalachians, but no freezing rain expected. In fact, it's raining right now in Baltimore and Washington with temperatures around 40. Let's check in on a couple of radars. We'll show you what's going on in the northeast, and you can see the precip moving northeastward. We've got snow in Harrisburg, rain in Baltimore. Philadelphia, as you go north up the northeast extension, you'll find snow up around Allentown into the Poconos. Raining now in New York City. Temperatures have climbed from 34 to about 37, 38 around LaGuardia and Newark. But as you get up into the Hudson Valley, it's snowing. Albany, and now snowing into Boston and Worcester. But eventually, with that warm air riding up the eastern seaboard with southeast and southerly winds, it will change over to rain in Boston later on tonight, although you will get several inches of snowfall. Now on the